man. So I'm 12 weeks today, and it has been a rough road. I have not felt good, like, at all. I've been so tired. I have been nauseous from the moment I wake up till the moment I go to sleep. It has just been, it's been awful. So I'm not really great about documenting this pregnancy, like, at all. I have not written in my journal since I think before I even like did the beta test. So I think I wrote in my journal about like a positive pregnancy test, sorry. But I don't think I've written in it since then. It's been so long. And I'm normally so good, and I just have been so sick, and I have a hard time functioning, literally functioning. I am 12 weeks today though, like I said, and I'm feeling pretty good today. Today has probably been my best day since, I don't know, when did I start feeling sick? I think I was like 6 weeks when I started feeling sick. So today is like the first day I've had that I felt pretty good in 6 weeks, which has just been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare. Oh my gosh, you guys. And you know, poor husbands, right? Like, Mike has really tried to, and especially in the beginning, have like sympathy for me and compassion, and he would like ask me constantly like, how are you doing? What can I do for you? Rubbing my back, blah, blah, blah. And now he just looks at me like, are you better yet? I mean, it's hard. But we're working through it. This will end. I'm hoping it will actually end at the end of the first trimester and not like last, you know, through the whole pregnancy. But anyway, I do have a bump. Oh, I used to be so good in my last pregnancy. I also was so good at, I took bump pictures every week on my week, every week. And I've taken 2 weeks worth this time around. I took them at, I think I took them at 5 weeks. And then I somehow mustered up the energy and did it, I think, at 7. And I haven't done them since. There is a bump there though. Let's see if I can show you guys. My room's a disaster, so if you catch glimpses, prepare yourself. This makes me look huge. This is all I wear, so it's hard to get a good idea without like a tight shirt. But there is definitely a bump there. I don't wear anything but sweats. And honestly, a lot of my sweats hit me right in the wrong spot, and they're just like a little too tight where they do hit now, and it hurts. So I haven't been able to like just kind of pull them down. Some of them I have, but I haven't been able to like just pull them down. I have had to just like retire them for the time being, and it's made getting dressed really hard. So many pregnant women are like, oh, leggings are my best friend, and I'm like, leggings are the worst thing ever. I have not pulled out my maternity leggings that I bought last time, but anything in my mind, anything that pushes on my stomach, I don't want it. I don't want it. Nah, I don't like it. So I have a hard time like getting dressed. I don't even want to like get dressed at all. I don't. Anyway, I have thrown up a few times. I threw up yesterday while brushing my teeth. That was rough. But luckily I haven't been throwing up a ton. I don't do my hair and makeup anymore really at all. I did today because I have to go somewhere tonight. But I just don't leave my house. Like, Luke and Mike are at the mall right now, and he was like, do you want to go? And I'm like, no. We are supposed to go to Disneyland in 9 days. We're just driving. Anyway, we might cancel. Well, I shouldn't say cancel. We might reschedule. We've already picked when we would reschedule to, we would just postpone it for 2 weeks, like exactly 2 weeks. I don't want to postpone it too far because I don't want to run into like busy season at Disneyland. I want to deal with as few crowds as possible because I have a kid who doesn't really understand the concept of waiting in line. So I want to do it as soon as possible, but I also want to feel good when we're there. We're supposed to go in 9 days and I'm really mad because I want to go. I don't want to reschedule, even if it's for 2 weeks, but we will if we have to because I don't want to be miserable. So I made, like, the hotels are all cancelable and everything. So everything we have to decide like the day before we leave. So we probably won't leave it to that last minute because if I'm not feeling good like 5 days before, probably not gonna feel good the day before, you know. But today is a pretty good day. But the problem with me right now is I have good days and I have bad days. Yesterday was a bad day. I threw up yesterday. It just kind of ruined you. I was super nauseous all day. I was so tired. I'm always tired. I don't sleep good. But it was just a bad day. But today has been like a pretty good day. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I started taking, with doctor's guidance, started taking, in addition to the Zofran that I'm on an 8 milligram Zofran every 6 to 8 hours. I try to just take one a day because makes you constipated, and I'm dealing with that too, and it's awful. In pregnancy, I didn't deal with this with Luke because I was walking every day and I was drinking spinach smoothies every day with Luke, and now I'm like, I don't exercise at all, and drinking a spinach smoothie makes me want to vomit. So I didn't have any problems with Luke when it came to this kind of stuff, and now between just being pregnant and the Zofran, the constipation's a whole other issue. But in addition to the Zofran, my doctor said I could start taking Unisom, which is actually a sleep aid, but it was made for nausea. So I take half of a Unisom at night and with 100 milligrams of B6, and then I take another 100 milligrams of B6 in the morning. And that, in addition to taking a Zofran, has like changed my world. I am not like perfect, but it has really made a big difference. So I'm really glad that I was able to find something that kind of like it seems to be like the mix of medicine for me. I hate being on all this medicine because then now I'm on like stool softeners too, and I just so much, right? But I have to, like, I can't not. And hopefully I'll be able to go off of all this stuff once this first trimester dies down, which is really 2 weeks away. I finished my estrogen, which I finished at 10 weeks. I finished taking estrogen at 10 weeks, and then I kept taking the progesterone. I was gonna take it till I was 12 weeks, so till today, well, till last night, I guess. But I stopped taking it like 2 days ago because it has to be kept in my fridge. And I came out to my room like for the night and like got in bed, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot it. I'm not going back downstairs. So I decided not to. And you know, it wasn't my doctor who told me to take it till 12 weeks. They told me to take it till 10 weeks. And then my doctor was just like, if you really want to, it probably won't make a difference. But you know, if it makes you feel better, you know. So I did. So it wasn't a big deal that I decided to stop taking it, but I was just too lazy. So I'm off all of those hormones and now just dealing with my own body's hormones. So that's great. Anyway, now I'm just blabbing, but I'm feeling good today, and that's all I can ask for. Every day is different. I hope this ends soon, this sickness. I feel bad because I whine a lot to Mike about it, which I'm allowed to do because he's my husband. I'm allowed to whine anyway. I can do whatever I want. But, and then every day I apologize. I'm like, I'm sorry for whining so much. I'm like, this is the hardest thing I've ever done physically. The hardest thing I've ever done physically. Nursing is a very close second. Nursing with Luke in those beginning weeks was a very close second to how I feel, but this is hard. This is so hard. But obviously I wouldn't change it for anything. I just think that I was a little bit my pregnancy with Luke went so well. That first trimester, like I wasn't really sick. I mean, I threw up a couple times, but I wasn't really sick. Sometimes I just, you know, it wasn't anything like it is now. So I don't think I assumed it would be the same, but I guess I kind of did. Cause this has like shook me. Like, oh my gosh. So is it enough to like make me wish I wasn't pregnant? No. Is it enough to make me not want to get pregnant again? No. But it's hard. It's so hard. So I just want it to be over. I do notice too that I have not been able to really bond with the baby emotionally yet because I've been so sick. I really, and that partially too maybe because like with Luke, he was so waited for so many years that I felt very bonded to him from the very beginning. But this one I feel like I kind of don't even realize I'm pregnant most of the time. Like I'm having a hard time recognizing and enjoying the fact that I'm pregnant because I'm just feeling so crappy all the time that that's more been my focus, you know. So I'm hoping this will end so that I can kind of bond with the baby. But we are doing, we bought a Doppler and we are doing the heartbeat every couple days. So that's nice. Every time I hear it, it kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. Like it kind of surprises me. I don't know why it surprises me, but every time I hear it, I'm like, oh wow. So anyway, okay. So 12 weeks, I don't know when you guys will get updates because it's not as exciting as it was last time. I mean, it's exciting to be pregnant, but I have everything too. Like I have my pregnancy pillow. I have all the boy clothes. I mean, I have all my stuff. Like it's kind of nice to not have to like, I mean, as much as I do want a girl eventually, it's nice to not have to buy anything. Like I have all the boy stuff. I mean, he'll get some things, but I have everything. So it feels a little different. Like there's much less preparation. Like I'm not even gonna redecorate the nursery. We're just moving Luke into a different room. So the nursery will stay the same. Like everything's gonna just stay the same. So it's a little less exciting this time around for preparation purposes. Still very excited to be pregnant and still excited to have a boy. I mean, I grew up with sisters. My husband grew up with brothers. He has one sister, I have one brother. But I think boys having brothers is more important than girls having sisters. I don't know. I don't know why I think that. So I'm excited for my boy to have a brother. And if I have a girl, which would be my goal, to have the next one be a girl, which I know what the embryos are, so I can choose that. I'm probably only gonna get 3, if I get 3. I don't think I can, I don't know if I can make it to 4. I'm too old. But if I end up just having one girl, I think I'd be okay with that versus more, you know, like I'd rather have 2 boys and a girl than 2 girls and a boy. I don't know why I think that, but anyway. Okay, now I really am done. Eventually you'll see my face again.